What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Footy with Nightwing. I guess that's what we're doing today. Nightwing's here bright and early, just keen to get his thoughts in. I think he fell for the clickbait title, but I think to put your mind at ease, Nightwing, I don't think we should be more confident without the players that we're missing. But I will say this, guys, because we're talking about it today. The injuries have forced us into playing a worse style of football that is conducive in the short term to getting more wins. And I think that's the crux of the discussion that I want to have today, because the 4-2-3-1 or us playing a slight with less possession, trying to defend a little bit more, playing more on the counterattack. These are all adaptations that a coach that comes into a struggling Everton side or a coach that comes into a struggling Forest side would make, right? This is what a Nuno Espirito Santo does when he goes to a club that's been, not in good form or whatever. So I think that's what Amram's kind of borrowing from. He's not fully abandoned his principles, but I actually go into this game saying, at least I know we're not going to concede 4 goals.
You got to knock on wood when you say things like that. That's kind of like your we're going to have a clean sheet against Bournemouth call there. It's really bold.
Well, at least we still didn't lose. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Normally you concede 4 goals in the Premier League game, like you lose that game. And we still didn't. So that's the crazy part.
Yeah, I think it's a smart thing to be pragmatic with what he has right now. And I think it's funny is because I think he's going to get criticism regardless of what he does, right, Ruben? But what's going to happen is a lot of the people who are saying he needs to go to a back 4 are going to be really praising him. But once all his players are back and he goes back to what he wants to do, which is going to be a back 3, they're going to get mad at him if there's a bad loss. But being pragmatic, I think, is great. Do you feel confident, Andy, because of how he's switched everything, or it's because it's Wolves?
No, I know it is because of how he's changed things. I think with the players that we have, I have a sense that this is the only way they can get a win. Right? Which I didn't have when we had our fully fit, full strength squad. Like when we have Mbumo, Ahmad, a fit Mason Mount, a fit Bruno Fernandes, and Šeško is, playing at least 60, 70 minutes every game. I feel good about us playing a 3-4-3 and winning against Liverpool, against City. Have you seen what the like button does when you like it? It's actually pretty cool. Hello?
I'll try that.
Is this some clickbait?
Nice.
Am I getting clickbaited?
No, it does something.
There's a football.
Wow.
I mean, I think I've seen that before. Am I tripping? But it is pretty cool. I mean, is that a football just because we're talking about football? That's creeping me out. Or is it because of AFCON or something? Because why would YouTube have a football thing? Like, that makes no sense.
It's AI listening.
I mean, no, I would actually respect that. Like, that's a non-invasive way of listening and making it good. Let's see. Siunilen Biluwan. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Loving the late night discussions. We'll love to join someday. Yeah, absolutely. Let me just put the StreamYard link, pin it in the chat. You just coded it? You coded YouTube. Okay, Shant. Am I supposed to... Are you going to sell me some snake oil in a second? How is that possible? How's... Andy's on a stream marathon. Roan, you should join us, bro. If you want to have a chat. We got Ed joining us as well. Ed, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Yeah. Sorry, what was I saying? So yeah, what are your thoughts? I mean, are you actually feeling more confident? Because I am. If we were still playing the 3-4-3, I'd be worried.
I'm confident against Wolves. I'm not sure how it's going to be against a higher ranked team. I mean, I'm still confident with Leeds too. When do we get to them? If he goes to a back four,
Really though, Leeds are a good team.
Leeds are good. I know.
Leeds gonna be way tougher. I think it's a false sense of confidence for all of us because we do have that in the back of our head, like everybody's injured, so if we lose, it's because of that sort of excuse. I know it sucks to say, but I think psychologically, as human beings, we all are kind of gonna go to that. Like if we had Bruno, if this would have never happened. If we had this, it would have never happened. And I think a lot of the people are not on Amarim's back because of that, because how thin the squad is. So he's getting a little bit of leeway because of that. But at the same time, like Ray said, one of the few things I agree with Ray, Nightwing, if he goes back to the 3-4-3, when he goes back to the 3-4-3, and they get a loss, they're gonna be like, "Why didn't we play the 4-2-3-1?" It's gonna be one of those things, and I'm gonna hate every Manchester United fan that does that to probably the best manager that we could have got and that we have in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
and it's not
you know what it is, Ed. I think that's a fair representation of what's happening out there. And I'll add another thing that's going to annoy me a lot. If we go and batter Wolves tomorrow, they're going to say it's because it's 4-2-3-1 and it's because we don't play Bruno, right? They're going to say we're not losing the ball and we're looking more assured because there's no Bruno in the team. And it's going to be used as a stick to beat Bruno with, just like it's used to beat Amarim with. But regardless of what the fan base feels, I'm giving you my personal opinion, right? I'm not I would like to think I'm not reactionary in terms of how I think about this team. And I am actually feeling more confident for not those reasons. I'm feeling more confident because I think this is a simpler system for a simpler set of players to execute. So the match in terms of quality to requirements is very good right now. Where I actually even think 3-4-3 with all our players is not necessarily as good a match as the 4-2-3-1 system that we're playing now with the current players, if that makes sense, right? Because we have 5-6 youth players on the bench now, like till the end of AFCON. Those guys are not going to come in and play the 4-3-4-3. Like they're not going to know their ass from their elbow, right? And like literally there's 2 changes that you can make in terms of first teamers, and then it's straight to the youth players. So less than half of your substitutes are actual senior players. So when I'm looking at it, I'm confident because I think this is the right way to platform the current squad, and I can see us getting more of those 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 type of victories. Where if we played the 3-4-3, I think we'd get battered like we did last season. And that's my reason for the confidence.
But we also can't play how we played that second half against Newcastle.
And that's going to be even more dangerous if Mount is out too, because then you do have to put Xerxy in a more prominent role.
Yeah.
And that's going to be tough to...
But I'm also looking at the specific games during the AFCON period, right? Because am I worried we get battered against City, which is the last game for AFCON, considering it's an Ivory Coast Cameroon final or something like that, which is totally possible. Yes, I'm worried about the City game. I would be worried about getting battered, but that would be also with the 3-4-3. We lost with the 3-4-3 against City. I think in the specific games that I'm looking at, not discounting Leeds, I know Leeds is going to be a tough game, but if we actually sit back and force Leeds to take the onus to be the protagonists in the game, so to speak, then we are positioning ourselves to be in a better place. That's kind of what I'm getting at, right? So these 3 games that are coming up, which is Burnley, Leeds, and Wolves, Leeds, and Burnley, I actually have a decent amount of confidence in that I may not have had. I mean, it's not a question really of like whether we had the players. I think if we had the players, I would be confident with the 3-4-3. But the question is, with the players that we have, am I happy that he's made the change in the system? I absolutely think so. I think I would have been less confident had he played the old system.
I think it's pragmatic for him to change that. The question will be, and it's going to be until the main people come back, is where are we going to get our goals from? Because as you said numerous times, Cunha has underperformed to what we thought his goal scoring output would be. And Šeško is still undetermined on how he is. And who's our best scorer right now is Casemiro off of set plays, right? Probably.
Or I still think it's Cunha and Šeško.
Yeah, I agree too, but they haven't really been consistent for us. So they have to be the main people.
Also with us playing more counterattack now, it does open it up for a simpler way to get to goal, right? Because Šeško's great on the counterattack. He's got good pace for how big he is, and he's got a great finish on him. Cunha played counterattacking football with Wolves, so this is more natural for him in a sense.
For me, it's more about not who we're gonna play, but how we're gonna play.
Yeah,
that's my biggest worry. Even with both systems, right? 4-2-3-1, whatever, because I think it's so tough. I really want to just get 6 points out of the next 3 games. I think that would be a big win. It's not because of who the opposition is, but because of who we have available.
6 out of the next 3. So you're talking about the 3 sort of lower side teams.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll be happy with. I know people want 9, but it's
yes,
not that
I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's not that it's unrealistic, but I'm just worried about how we're gonna play. I just don't know how we're gonna progress the ball. That's my biggest worry right now. Is how the hell are we gonna progress the ball? The only way we're gonna progress the ball, in my opinion,
I got a hot
is
take.
3-4-3.
Go for it.
I think we're gonna smash Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves, I'm not worried. I think it's 3-1. I think it's either going to be Benjamin Šeško hat-trick or Benny 2 and Cunha 1. And I hope Cunha celebrates and kisses the badge, because then I'll start crying, right?
You guys don't think we're doing like counterattacking football against Wolves, though, right? You think they're going to do? He's going to go to 4.
No, so here's what's going to happen. I think that's our preference, but Wolves are going to sit so low that we may not see them leave their box.
Yeah, but I think they're bad enough to where you should counterattack them. You should let them make the mistakes that are going to lead to our goals in our given situation. I think that is the best bet to play against Wolves. I would play counter against Wolves. I'm not even kidding. And I would play the 3-4-3 because we could progress the ball way better in the 3-4-3.
But so that's where I disagree, because I think the 3-4-3 with the instructions that are needed from these players, it's going to be difficult for them to execute because you're looking at Ugarte in the midfield again. And I think Amram is scared shitless to play Ugarte.
But if you have your 2 wing backs,
I don't agree.
Case Myro can ping it out there. Let's just play the long ball. Let's bring it down with Šeško and let's play through the wing backs.
Go on, Ron.
Okay. Sorry, no camera today. I'm just got home from vacation. Yeah, I think we're gonna smash Wolves. I think the counterattacking point is interesting, especially with how we played against Newcastle. But a lot of that is, like when we talk about sitting off and letting Wolves have the ball, I don't think, like, sometimes the way games are played is it's not really about one team giving the other team the ball. It's more like the natural progression of the game state and like just individual player quality. Like, I think it's a given that we will have the ball for the most part. And I understand what you're saying. I just think like United playing in a 5-4-1 low block, sitting off of Wolves, won't go over well at Old Trafford. I think
No, I agree with you. This is a home game. Like, there's no chance. Plus, the thing is, Wolves tried to play us. Wolves tried to come at us at Molineux, and they got battered. They should have lost 6 or 7-1. Right?
I think, the ideal situation for this game is United go up 15 minutes into the game. You go up early, and you force Wolves to have to come out of their low block, or they can't just sit in it, the entirety. Even if they go down 1-0, they will. But put some pressure on them to come out of their low block. But the ideal game situation for United is they come out flying, you get an early lead, forces Wolves to come out of their shape a little bit, forces them to try to counterattack, and you find a second or third or whatever. But I just think I also think Ugarte, like, the thing with Ugarte that a lot of people are saying is like, he's looked better, whether it's with a back 4 behind him or a 3, it doesn't matter whether you're playing in a double pivot. He's looked better and has done better because he's actually been able to play the role that he is good at. The 8 that presses like a 10, and can jump through lines and can go man marking and go do that, right? He also defends better deeper in a double pivot than Bruno does. So like Ugarte has struggled when he's had to be the distributor, the deep line playmaker. That's not his game, right? Every time. So the fact that we'll have Casemiro and Ugarte, I think it'll be just fine. I think people are quick to.
So with Ugarte, Ron, if I may,
yeah,
it's not really the
defensive aspect of it.
No, it's so sorry. I just got distracted by my WhatsApp. It's not really the fact that he has to be a deep lying playmaker that's the issue. It's the first thing that you said, which is pressing like a 10 thing. He tends to do that in the Casemiro position as well. So he'll vacate his position instead of holding, and that's the reason that we struggle when he plays. It's not just about the passing. I think the passing can be covered in other areas, especially with Martinez being back in the team, who has, significantly improved our ball progression, right? All I'm saying is in the 3-4-3, like the way Ugarte played yesterday against Newcastle, he was in the left center mid in a double pivot, right? Or like the left-sided 6, whatever you want to call it. And I felt like he was covering more of that left back area. You know what I'm saying? And he was allowing Luke Shaw to get a little bit further forward. I think just positionally, that made a lot more sense to me than seeing him in the 3-4-3. I agree with you. Even in the 3-4-3, Ugarte does look better when he's playing next to Casemiro than compared to when
he's not a holder, right? Ugarte is not a holding midfielder. And so a lot of times when he's had to come into the team, he's had to come in for Casemiro. Like, and that's one thing I'd be critical of Amarim for is like, I don't think it's smart of him in conferences to give players like defined roles when he's like, well, Kobe will only come in for Bruno or Ugarte is the replacement for Casemiro. Like, I don't think it's smart to say those things publicly because it's like evidently not true, right? Where they play. But you get what he means because Ugarte is a defensive midfielder, but he truly is an 8, right? He's not a holding midfielder. And so when he has to do the job of the holder, he does a poor job of it. Totally agree.
Hear me out.
But I'm saying like, I think Ugarte will have a good game. I think he'll surprise people again because he's going to play in the role that suits him. And, I think too, like, we're going to rely a lot on Cunha, excuse me, in the game to really come down to play deeper, drop into the pocket centrally and pick up the ball.
This might be a wild shout, but I'm actually, I don't know every tendon and fiber of his body. That sounds pause, but I'm just saying there's a chance he picks up an injury because of how much load we're putting onto him because he seems knackered towards the end of games, especially with the squad profile we have right now. Ed, before we go to you, I just want to say hi to Prashu. Prashu, how you doing?
Hi, Andy. Hi, guys. Pleasure to join you again, Andy. This is my second time.
Okay, listen.
Pleasure to have you, man. Go ahead, Ed.
I think we line up in the 3-4-3 like this. Heaven in the left center back, Martinez middle center back, Lenny Yoro right center back. We give them the freedom. We give the 2 youngsters the freedom to drive with the ball. Luke Shaw, left wing back. Dalot, right wing back. Right 10, Dorgu. Left 10, Cunha. Obviously, Seshko up top. And Casemiro Ugarte in the midfield. That's what I think he should do. And at halftime, bring on Malacia over Fat Boy Luke Shaw.
Wait, who's Casemiro?
Casemiro?
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, so you guys are saying how
Ugarte
was really
Martinez
good.
Won't start. I don't think
Martinez,
he will start.
You don't think he will start? I think he should start. I think that's the lineup he should go.
Who are we talking about? Sorry, I missed the player.
I was saying, does anyone think Martinez won't start? I don't think he will.
He has.
You don't think he will? Why?
No. Oh, I agree. Martinez is a baller, and he had an unbelievable game. But he is recovering from a major ACL injury. No.
Okay.
I don't think he will.
So here's the thing, right? I think based on the people we have out, I think it's more likely that he starts and comes off in the 60th minute. I think Amarim is going for the game state that you talked about, which is we score 1 in the 15th minute, ideally are 2 or 3-0 up by the 60th, and we take some players off. I think he wants to play with house money once the job is done. Because here's the thing, with this, even with this squad, if we're the team that gives Wolves their first win at Old Trafford, it'll be over.
Yeah.
It'll be over. All the talk shit people, Gabby Agbonlahor will get a new contract with TalkSport just based off of this win. Okay. Nelson, your thoughts? You're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think it's clear that the reason why we are shifting to the 4-2-3-1, one of the reasons is the amount of strain we actually are putting on players, the amount of running. And the reason I say that is most of the injuries we've got now are all muscle injuries. Right now, almost every single one of them. The reason we haven't heard what Kobe's injury is, we know Bruno's is muscle.
Is Delic's, do we even know what Delic's injury is?
No, every single one of them, they've actually
It's his back.
Yeah,
but they haven't said what specifically. They just
No.
It just has back problems.
Yeah, just back.
Yeah,
problems.
he probably
He's a
strained his lower
50-year-old
back.
male
Yeah.
with arthritis or something. Like, what do you mean back problems?
He's been carrying the back line. That's why.
But the reason I say that is the reason I don't even think this is a 4-2-3-1. At first I thought maybe Wilcox had told him, hey, you have to play the 4-2-3-1. And then I went, but why? Why would the technical director tell him to do it, knowing fully well that he wanted him to come in and play a 3-4-3? And I think due to the number of games we're going to be playing now, we have to play a formation that's more compact. And so for me, is Mount injured as well? Because I think Mount isn't playing tomorrow.
Amarin said it's like he doesn't know at the last press conference. He said he doesn't know if Mount's ready.
Game
to go
time
or not.
decision probably, but he probably won't play.
So he's not playing.
No.
So-
Aren't you
I think
happy?
I think Sean earlier said that Amarin usually likes to have them have a practice first before.
Yeah, before you
play.
actually,
Yeah.
you have to train before you play. So then, what's our forward line going to be then?
You don't have one if you don't play what I said we have to play.
So I think people are guessing Sesko up top
Cunha,
with Cunha and Dorgu because Dorgu is good at press if we go to the back four.
and then you're going to play three midfielders.
Anyone think a young kid's gonna play like Lacey?
Shea Lacey. I think Shea Lacey
Maybe.
could play it. My
Yeah.
guess is Shea Lacey plays off the left because
Isn't he
Dorgu and Dallo
left-footed?
give us the defensive cover on the right.
Yeah, he plays right on the right side.
Yeah, he's a cut-in merchant.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll probably play right 10. Yeah.
But doesn't it
I
sound
wouldn't
better
be
what I
surprised.
proposed?
The only reason
I
I mentioned
disagree
them
with
are-
you guys on the shape, by the way. I still think it's going to be a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I think it's a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
I don't think we're going to play 3-4-3 until the boys come back from AFCON.
I agree.
I think we are because it's the formation that gives us our best lineup.
It's not about the best lineup
But
now.
Ed, we went to a 3-4-3 in the second half around the 60th minute, and we looked woeful.
It's more like a 7-6 in the back there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
No, that's fair,
when
but-
Xerxy came on because he gave us nothing. So
Yeah.
No, I hear you, but like, anyways, we'll
Mount-
see. I guess
yeah.
we'll see. I'm not like here. We can just guess, right? What it's going to be. I mean, honestly, am I bothered if they play 3-4-3? Not really, but I do think that this 4-2-3-1 is a little bit easier for these guys to understand. Specifically, in fact, I'll be specific. I think it makes it easier for Aiden Heaven defending because he knows exactly what angles he needs to mark.
well, you're
and where he
when
needs to be.
when you're defending in a back four, like Ruben has them defending we man mark. We go 3v3 at the back a lot of the times. And you just won't do that in a back four, right? You're always going to have a 4v3 defensively. But my thing,
So, wait, would
kinda
you
think
agree first
Xerxy.
of all that it makes it easier for Heaven then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's easy. I mean, yeah, for sure. I actually think like Xerxy might start as well. I think we've kind of just forgot. I know he was pretty poor, and I think something no one's really talked about. I think it was pretty evident that Xerxy was pissed that he didn't come in at half for Mount when Fletcher came into the game, and then when Xerxy came into the game, he looked, couldn't be asked about it, and it's like. It's no excuse, right? But it's pretty evident that that's kind of what's going on, like his limited minutes. And then he had a real opportunity to come in and get 45 minutes. And they brought in Fletcher, who's not a number 10, into the 10 over him. Like, I could see.
thought Jack Fletcher plays attacking midfield, doesn't he?
No, he's an 8.
There's an 8.
Okay. Prashu, you give us your thoughts. I know you've been patiently listening to all of us. What do you think
Yeah,
the lineup's
Andy.
going to be tomorrow?
I've been patiently listening because you guys have been articulating it, most of what I've been thinking as well. Forgive me if I sound a bit coarse because I'm a bit under the weather. But I think we need to kind of get this game by the scruff of the neck and try to dominate Wolves from the get-go. And like one of you guys said, we should score very early. In fact, I'm thinking first 20 minutes score at least 2 goals because Wolves are woeful. We have to dominate them. I don't think we should play counter-attacking. I think we should play our game. And this is a good time for Ruben Amorim to see if he can get at least the players that are available to kind of learn or instill his values in how he's going to break a low block. So we need to see if these players are capable of doing that. I think we should be positive.
Yeah. Actually, one point you bring up there, against Newcastle, despite the players we were missing, we were really physical, right? We were really fighting throughout the game. I think maybe Ed must have mentioned this in one of the streams. And I think that's going to be more key than any system formation or anything else we play, right? Because what we're missing is quality, and we have to make up for that in terms of our physicality. And the incisiveness may not be there. If we can be physical enough and we can, bang into the Wolves players, make it difficult for them, we have more chances of getting something on the counterattack. We have more chances of forcing some mistakes from them. And I think actually this is the type of game that is very much within Ugarte's wheelhouse, right? In terms of the opposition's quality. This is the type of game where if he's a West Ham player and they're playing Wolves, Ugarte could be man of the match, right? Because we've seen Magasa be man of the match against us, or have a good game against us. And I always think Ugarte is essentially maybe a slightly better Magasa. But he can't play well with us because when we have possession, he struggles with it. So I think that's a good shot for Ugarte having a really good game.
But that brings
I
my
think
question about
we are going
Ugarte.
to. Yeah.
Go ahead, Prashu. We'll come back to you now.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a good game physically anyway because Dogo is going to be playing, Casemiro, Ugarte. Most of our guys are going to dominate. I believe.
Dallo as
we should dominate. Absolutely. But my point very specifically is what I don't want to see is I'm sick and tired of this thing where we adjust ourselves to the opposition.
Mhm.
I want to see complete dominance. Like, it doesn't matter. Let them defend in 2 banks of 5. Pin them to their box. I don't care, but breakthrough.
But Prashu, don't you think this is us adjusting to ourselves, not to the opposition?
I don't think. I think we'd actually play a bit better if we can create the correct tactics in order to break them down. I think these players who play a much more simple game instead of trying to be too flamboyant or too intricate, I think these guys will be able to play that. But it will depend on how the coach, what the tactics of the coach is.
They have 11 players trying to nick moves. Just so you guys know. We're playing against a team of mercenaries.
They're so bad. Like every variation of that team. I watched the last game, even though they looked like they could actually draw something. Wolves are really poor.
I think the Wolves finance team has signed about 5 bonus checks this year. Right?
I think a team like this, I'm the only one that seems like we should play counter. Totally respectable. I agree. I respect all your guys' decisions. But when a team plays like they play, you let them beat themselves. We don't have to.
I've been saying counterattack. I've been saying 4-2-3-1 counterattack. I think Nelson's saying that too.
I think you let them come at us, let them do their stupid passes. We'll intercept and we'll play the long ball and we'll get in 2, 3, 4, 5 times in behind until the mercenaries give up.
Like, let's be honest.
Let's go.
Andre Gomez and João Gomez. Like João Gomez is at least a little bit better, but they are so poor passing wise. Like if you put Ugarte on them, have Ugarte be as attacking defensively as possible, pressing to press them as much as possible. Oh my days! I'm not kidding. Any variation, whether we play 3-4-3, heck, we can play 5 back, and I still believe we're going to beat that team.
Even their center backs. I saw like Agbadu. He's at AFCON now, but Mosquera. All of those guys were so bad when we played them the first time around. They were making so many mistakes.
And Mosquera's injured too. Mosquera was injured the last game. Yeah. So they're literally depleted.
So when they bought him, they thought they were buying the real Mosquera.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But they bought the wrong one.
This is the Robinho. This is the Robinho situation.
Yeah.
Well, let's not bring him up in here.
Where we look? Yeah, I was gonna look at the Wolves squad. Let's see what injuries they have here.
So I'm looking at the stats from the last game we played against Wolves. Even I know it's completely different personnel and everything, but we had 64% possession at that game. Mm-hmm. I know most of it was mostly in the second half when we really destroyed them at that point, which brings me to my Ugarte thing, where I feel like there's I think it works also with football. It's where styles make fights. And as you guys have said very much against Newcastle, Ugarte looked good because Newcastle has a pretty good midfield where he could go attack them. And the point, if you break up that midfield and that's his job, then he looks really good. But if we stake with that type of percentage of possession, does Ugarte's usefulness go down?
No, I think it goes up that game because I don't know if you see them play. The only creative players they have is literally in the midfield. So if you actually put Ugarte on them and he makes them provide mistakes, we'll just transition from that. We'll get the ball.
Also, here's the thing, right? Nightwing, if you're looking at the game state, if Wolves have to plan out a victory at Old Trafford, it's going to happen on the counterattack. And they don't have pacey players on the wing. They play a 3 at the back. Their 2-10s are like at best like faster than Bruno, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of pace comparison.
Hwang Hee-chan is really fast.
No, he is.
He's not even playing.
He's their only
plays
good player.
As a striker, and he's not even playing right now.
He's not playing.
He's coming off the bench.
He's coming off the bench. He's the only good player, and he comes off the bench for them.
He's one of those guys that could score in any game, though. He's that type of player.
He's a good finisher. No, he's a good finisher. I hear you.
And I think in their midfield, they're going to be playing with that Krejci guy from the Czech Republic.
Czech
I
Republic,
think he's going to be playing. He's not bad, right? Because if they play the 2 Portuguese two Brazilian Dons, I think we should be fine. But if he plays, it's going to be a little bit tougher, I think.
No, but my point is that a counterattacking a team that threatens you on the counterattack needs 2 things. One's a really decent long passer that can go in behind or through ball passer, and the second is at least 2 fast players. Because if you just have one, that person's going to get marked out of the game, right? Mm-hmm. So that I don't think they have that combination of the 2 fast players and like 1 or 2 really good passers. Like even Brentford, they have Jordan Henderson on no legs, but because he can pass. And in fact, he gave the assist for the first or second goal when we played them. And they had Shada, they had Thiago who could run in behind. So that's what I'm saying. I think Nightwing, to your point about is possession going to be bad with Ugarte playing, it almost doesn't apply to this game because of how bad Wolves are. So Nelson makes a good point. But here's the thing, guys. They're still Premier League players, and I don't think they're going to go down this season with 0 wins. So there's a win coming from somewhere, and would we really be shocked and surprised if tomorrow's that day?
No.
I don't really think so.
I don't think we're going to lose this game. Like, it would require Dorgu getting injured and Cunha getting injured for me to go, okay, we might lose this.
What about a red
worried,
card?
Though, Nelson, at the last game when they were tied 1-1 at half, when they stole that goal before that?
No, Wolves are so poor, bro. Like
I remember Rishi coming on here at half going, man, I'm so mad.
You should have seen me. I was one of the positive guys saying, we're going to batter them full. So my boy is a Wolves fan. Poor guy. And
wait,
every
what?
single a Canadian Wolves fan, by the way.
Hold on. Like the ancestors of dogs? Like, what are we talking about?
I have a friend of mine who's a Wolves fan.
Why?
And we
Does
I don't know why.
does he like the color yellow a lot?
Is he
He
Portuguese?
might gold and black probably.
Not
Yeah.
even yellow. It's like
he
freaking
Portuguese?
orange, whatever.
No, that's
No?
the best.
Wow.
He's Ghanaian. Which
Is your
kills
friend
me.
Jorge Mendes? Because he did a lot of business for them. Because you're an agent too, Nelson.
No,
I'm connecting the dots here.
I swear, if I've asked him to join this call multiple times, so you guys understand. Like every single season that they've lost a good player, he keeps going. This is the season. Oh no, Shot's the guy. Shot's a Wolves fan.
Yo, what's cracking, eh? Yeah, let me tell you about these wolves.
That's
Oh,
a
okay.
best.
So he's from Scarborough.
Yeah.
Sean's from Scarborough now.
Man, we are dead, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please go on.
No, I can't. I can't do that. I think my scouts is enough for one night. Hey,
Go on. So
Raphael,
you have an imaginary
Saudi
friend.
crop. No,
Yeah.
Saudi
Nelson
crop.
has an imaginary-
Oh, there we go. Ty.
Yeah.
Where the
Welcome
Kenyan
from
brother-
Thailand.
Go on, Nelson. Finish your imaginary friend story. Yeah.
I've got my imaginary friend who's a Wolves fan, and they were poor last season, and it was only Cunha saving them. They have literally nothing. There's what's his name? Jorgen, the striker.
Strand
Larson?
Larson. Yeah.
Larson.
Robin Strand Larson. Yeah.
Awful. And you
Brother,
can tell
no,
that he just wants to leave.
Listen, I'm gonna be your boy for this time around. He is
Mhm.
good. He had a
You
purple
think
patch.
so?
He had 5 in 5 games. He is a physical striker. He's a channel runner. He is not bad at all.
He's massively
good.
underperformed this season, though. I was looking at his XG stat. His expected goal involvements are around 3. And for a striker in a team like that, you get a lot of counterattacking chances and stuff. He should have probably been at like 4 goals, 1 assist or something.
Everyone
But
considers Huang Hee-chan as like the striker to worry about. It's always going to be Strand Larson. He's a guy who could just
No, the Aroko Dare guy, he's good. He's very
Yeah.
physical. He's a tall,
The guy
tall
is,
player.
but he's big. Yeah, he'd actually be an issue, but I don't think Larson's going to be an issue.
They're not going to get
Like, I don't-
that far up the pitch. That's the thing. Like
Yeah,
often enough. But here's the worry, right? Here's the game state I see where there is a concern for us is we don't take our chances and we keep trying again and again, overcommitting, and we leave too much space in the back. Because I think as bad as Wolves are, it's a Premier League team, right? Like you watch the NBA, there's 30 teams in there. There's always going to be one team that blows out a good team every year. Right? OKC might go lose to a shit team, whatever. Okay, maybe not OKC now, but you know what I'm saying? Like the good
They got
teams
the
can
refs
still
on
go
their
get blown
side.
out.
You can't lose
Yeah,
when you have
so-
the rest on your side.
So I think the Wolves team, if we give them like 4 or 5 opportunities, because remember the Everton game, guys. Everton were crap.
this is
against
at
us.
Old Trafford, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Everton were
Dude,
crap
Wolves-
against us.
Wolves
They
ain't
couldn't
getting
stitch
shit.
together 2 passes.
If anything, you're going to see Bellegarde have another Puskas like attempt, but
He's
it's
not
going to be
playing.
going into. Oh, he's not. Oh, fantastic. Okay, dude, that's going to be the Joao Gomes audition or whatever fraud watch, pack watch, if you want to call it that. Like these guys have nobody. They literally have nobody. It is a dead team.
Oh, yo, hold on.
Like we
Hold
can't
on. The
say
last
that.
time. Hold on. The last time we played them, Joao Gomes was injured or
Yes.
suspended for red
And now
card.
we got
Now
Andre.
Andre's suspended. What the hell?
A special
Brazilian
shout out
brothers
to
don't wanna
Cabbage.
play against us.
Cabbage. There's cabbage.
Cabbage. Special shout out to Cabbage. Look at that. Oh my god.
Listen, the ball is still round. No matter how shit they are, they have players that could shoot,
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
and shoot.
Yeah.
You know, that the big striker could do it. Strand Larson could do it. Huang Hee-chan can run past their back line. It could still happen.
And I'm always concerned when everyone is so confident.
Exactly. We
And
can't-
everyone, like, and not, I'm not talking about this panel, but all the, like, the other channels, every time they're confident, I'm like, oh, crap, it's going to be a bad game. And it's always, you know, trap games happen. I don't see this one being a trap game, though. I think we're going to win. But, man.
So if we look at
Raphael,
these profiles
go
of
on.
players-
Can
Yeah, go ahead, Raphael.
we have two logos of United and Wolves and see which way Cabbage walks towards and then decide if we're gonna win it?
Cabbage is a wolf in Thailand.
Oh, there we go.
No.
Oh,
It's all right. Put some
Oh, now I get it. Cabbage is Nelson's friend. There we
That's
go.
what
Yes.
Yeah, Cabbage
He's-
is Nelson's
sorry,
friend.
I never
the
specified if
United
it was a
corner?
human.
in the United
Yeah.
corner, just put some Tom Yum, some Pad Grapau, just really just get her or get Cabbage going in that direction. That would just
Yeah, open up a time menu. Nice.
He's in Toronto, Thailand.
Who's their fullbacks? I know they have what's his name, Hugo Bueno, and who's the other fullback on that team?
Bro, they've got
At
two
that point,
buenos
it'd
in the
be-
team, and they play
Yeah.
no bueno. Okay.
Hugo Bueno and Malo Gusto or whatever. It's just
Yeah, it's Hugo Bueno,
Bueno
and
Malo.
they have a center back named Santiago Bueno.
oh my gosh. I thought it was gonna be who was the guy's name in goal?
Oh, the-
Santiago Munoz.
Santiago
Munoz,
Munoz.
yeah, Munoz.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that? Hey, you know what? With a name like that, he'd be a really good fullback. He could play for Crystal Palace. He could
Oh yeah.
be a striker with
Yeah,
a headgear on.
that sounds like you picked two like South American names out of
Yeah.
two hats and just
Yeah.
put a name together. You know what I mean?
Funnily
Uh,
enough, Ed did that. He's playing Ultimate Team right now. There's an amalgamation of Nahuel Molina and who is the other one? Pablo Barrios.
Barrios.
He found a 5'1" player called Nahuel Barrios, and
Nice.
we're evoing that guy.
Nice. 5'1".
Keep
What?
him on.
Don't tell me
5 foot-
goalkeeper,
Striker.
striker. Damn, he
Dude.
must have like 150 pace.
Yeah, he
Oh.
has like 99 agility, 99 balance. He
Of
just
course,
turns.
if you're that short, bro, like I don't think anyone should be able to
Messi
knock
light,
you over.
baby.
By the way,
Yeah.
the Buenos didn't
Imagine
start the
him
last
playing
game against us.
Victor Wembanyama on a
They
soccer
really-
pitch.
The Buenos didn't start against us last time.
The Buenos, yeah.
They
Do
didn't
they
start.
still have Matt Doherty?
Yeah, they do. That's the
Oh, yeah,
predicted.
he was
He
so
came back.
dead.
He came
He
back.
was so dead.
This team is
Remember that
awful,
stint?
boys.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't have Muscara and Andre Gomes, like, unless he changes formation from a 5-2-1-2, whatever he plays, to something different, like that's when maybe I'd start panicking. But
So
Bro,
I'm
I think
looking
Rob
at
Edwards wishes he never left Middlesbrough.
100%,
Or like wherever he was.
Yeah.
Because this is a bad team. I know he played for
No,
them
he's
and all
not.
that.
isn't
Rishi
Middlesbrough
did
a
some
pretty rich club?
research on it.
they're a good club, yeah.
Yeah,
No, they're good.
and
Yeah.
they're pretty rich. I'm looking at some of the stats. Tolu Arokodare has only 1 goal in 14 appearances, and you know all these random Donnies always score
Oh,
against
always.
us, and it's
Always.
always like, oh, second goal of the season type of
Again,
guy.
the Old Trafford buff.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
it's the theater. It turns into the theater of nightmares for us
Oh
when
my gosh.
guys like this come. So I don't want us to be too like. The boys can't be lackadaisical.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I just want us
I
to
don't-
score a second goal before before the other team scores, because that's
We have
that's
goals
been
in
the
our
thing.
squad, though, Nightwing. I
Huh?
think we do. I think we have goals in our squad.
I
know,
Sheshko and Cunha are
It's got to
prime.
be Sesko and Cunha,
Yeah.
right?
It has to
But
be.
even Dorgu, honestly.
Guys,
Dorgu for the
I
national
have a
team,
crazy shout, okay? I have a crazy shout. I think Sheshko becomes the first player in our team to score a hat trick this season.
Yeah, that's what he's scoring a hat trick tomorrow.
Andy, you're my favorite YouTuber. Finally, somebody's seen the light.
He's
No,
my
I'm
third
telling you,
favorite.
dude, because his finishing, the way he scores, right? Or the way he shoots the ball, it's one of those that, you know, you can take all the statistical analysis you want and say, you know, he should score from here, he should shoot from there. 6'5", the guy barely has a backlift, and it's gonna, you know, all the stars are gonna align one day, and he's gonna have like 3 shots, 3 goals.
Guys, you have
Or
no
Cunha.
idea.
Cunha also, maybe.
Cunha's a
Cunha
little.
also-
Cunha feels like he's off balance all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have. He can score 3 bangers in a game. I can see him scoring a hat trick for sure. Like even for him, it's the stars align type of thing. But I don't think his finishing is consistent enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Where
maybe
Sheshko-
No, I agree with you, but remember he's playing against Wolves, and
Yeah.
you could see in the first game he was really trying
He was
to
on it.
score a goal.
Very
Yeah.
desperate.
He
I
was
mean-
if he can control it a little bit, we could easily see 3 goals.
And Raphael, this
In
team
this
is gonna be
match.
even more open because last game they had Andre, who is like, if you look at his heat map, he just operates right in that little gap between the defensive line. And the
Oh, he cut out a lot of the cutbacks. He cut out like 3 cutbacks
Exactly.
that we had. Yeah.
Ja Gomes is
But that-
not that guy. Ja Gomes is going to
Jo-
be the carrier. He's going to be the one that's going to be destroyed. He's like Ugarte, but with a lot better carrying ability and ball progression. But who's going to be paired with him? And that defensive line, we're going to, I mean, this could be a game that's done within the first half. I know it sounds very aggressive, but this is not a team
and that's
that is
coming
fit to
from
be in the
a
Premier
Wolves
League.
fan, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm very fearful for my team.
By the way, I literally just messaged my Wolves boy, and he said, "The draw is our best case scenario. We play a great 20 minutes. That's it."
Is that in training?
And that's in training too. Yeah, that
When was the
includes
last
that.
When was the last time we had a game that was put to bed in the first half?
You could say the Brighton game was probably
Yeah.
the closest to it.
Yeah,
But
3-0.
you can say the same about United. We play a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. So the question is, which is the better 20?
I get way more fearful if we go into a half up 2-0 than 1-0. 1-0 gives us still that type of propulsion to go for that second goal and keep the aggression in a smaller amount of time. When you're up 2-0 with these guys, they just start relaxing out of nowhere. And then once that first goal comes back, there's the anxiety.
Here's the reason why I'm so convinced it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 is because I think Amram wants this game to be put to bed as quickly as possible, so he can wrap Šeško, Martinez, and Casemiro in cotton wool, and B, he can use this game as a 2 birds 1 stone, get the young kids in, and maybe get one of them a goal too, because I think Shea Lacey has arrived, in the team if he scores again, even if it's against Wolves, because the type of player he is, it's probably going to be a decent goal too, right? He's not just going to score like a scrappy goal, like
be like a mazy run.
Andy, I think it'd be very interesting to look at the coverage statistics from our last game, and you could even extrapolate to other games that we had 4 at the back versus our 3 at the back games, because I would almost like wager that across the board, our average would probably be 10% or 15% more distance covered on the ground. So if this is going to be a more
3-4-3 or 4-2-3-1,
3-4-3, I think we've covered more ground.
Yeah.
3-4-3.
Well, so specifically in the midfield.
Yes,
specifically in the midfield and the wing backs, it's a higher load. I think actually Dorgu and Dallo are good for it, the higher distance, but the midfielders really struggle with it in terms of Bruno and Casemiro. So that's the other reason why I think there's a good chance where I think the 3-4-3 Amram's always looked at it as like, God damn, we need like the equivalent of 5 preseasons to teach some of these players this system. And that's why he's been so stubborn with it so for so long. Now it could very well be the case where we look at the low block teams and say, you know what, we're actually going to go with a 4-2-3-1 because we've struggled with breaking them down so much and invite them more onto us. And when we play the high pressing teams, higher up the table, which have the larger teams, the larger squads and all that, those teams we play 3-4-3. So I think even in the Man City game, regardless of which players we have back and we don't, we might go back to a 3-4-3 and try to beat them down.
Make no mistake, if we had our players back, we are going 3-4-3. Like I have no doubt in my mind we would do that. But I think it's just a circumstantial thing that he's experimenting in.
Yeah. So are you?
But I think the problem I think, Andy, you've talked about it. Maybe it's not really the formation; it's whether we turn up. And remember, we have always this possibility of letting in a goal, whoever's the opposition. The goalkeeper might score with the way we play. There's this weakness that we have of letting in, really soft goals. So it could easily be 1-0 and then we're up against it after 3
Raphael,
minutes.
So when was the last time that we were really let down by the intensity of the players? That was the Everton game, right? More than any other game. That was us returning back from an international break.
Villa.
And we were playing more players in the team that are established / semi-established, whereas tomorrow, Dorgu's really hungry to keep his position. Dallo's always hungry, right? I mean, sometimes he's hungry for the wrong thing. Martinez wants to keep his position in the team and get back to fitness. Heaven is really keen on making a name in the game, right? Lawman's, we've seen, always been hungry. So we're seeing 5, 6, 7 players, even they may not have the best quality, but in terms of being hungry to get the job done, I think we have what we need.
Hey, I have to go, so I'm just going to say bye. I think it's 3-0. I think it's a Casemiro hat trick.
Wow,
let's go.
Beautiful. Love that.
That makes sense.
Love that.
Well, if we're gonna play someone who's hungry, we've got to play Cabbage. He's so hungry. He wants to eat those wolves.
It'll be the best wolf.
He's our best wolf.
Hook them up some bamboo shoots in Chile.
Yeah.
Kashum, you wanted to say something?
Hi. Yeah. Hi, Cemex Football. Been a big fan of you as I've been with Andy. Wonderful to say hi to you today. Unfortunately, I have to log out. My boss keeps walking in and saying I have to be working at office. So I don't know. You know, boss is right.
So unfair. Yeah.
Let
Get
me
your
just
boss
log
on the
out,
call
but
next
I
time.
definitely I'll talk longer in the next stream. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. All the best. God bless all of you.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Semix, your mic is hooked up to something different. It's not on the SM7B.
What do you mean? No, it's on the SM7B. I got the Rodecaster. I'm trying to figure out if the settings wrong.
No, it's StreamYard is hooked.
Sounds
up
like
to,
you're in a loud, like a big hall
yeah.
or something.
StreamYard sounds like it's hooked up to something different.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Bang! The Armenian tech support,
Brother.
Right,
And you see how lackadaisical I am too. I'm chilling, man. This is the
have you tried turning it off and turning it on?
Can you
Is it
raise
better
the mic
though,
the
or
other
it's
way?
still bad?
Perfect. We can hear you.
Okay.
What are we
Okay,
doing,
what's up?
Semix?
Huh?
Yeah, have
You
you ever
guys
played
were
Call of
just-
Duty?
Have I played Call of Duty?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
first person shooters, dude.
There's
Like,
a
I'm
thing called
really
there's
bad
a
at-
thing called a Semtex. Semtex.
Oh, you're so
Team
stupid.
text. No,
You're so stupid.
I'm not even sure where to go with that.
Semteeks.
Now we got Raphael going.
Yeah, this is not good, Andy. Please bring up the next subject.
I
It's
mean, to be fair,
explosive.
you just came at a natural natural break point when we had nowhere to go, and then
Yeah.
Ed just was the first one to speak up.
Yeah, my
Did you
bad.
know? Did you know Nelson has a Wolves fan as a friend in Canada? In St. Catharines too. Like
No,
it's not
yeah.
like a big city or something, dude.
No,
He's
it's
in
not
the
big
middle of
city.
nowhere. This man is. Can we send him some help, like a welfare check or something? Is he okay?
I'll ask him right now. Are you good?
But seriously though, you got to respect that. Like to be all the way in Canada and claim Wolves.
Come on, give me an origin story, Nelson. Make this make sense. Did he like
just
grow up
make
in
some shit
Wolverhampton?
up,
Like,
Nelson. Come
No,
on,
I have no clue. Our friend group is we have a Liverpool fan, Arsenal fan, Wolves fan, and then myself, a United fan.
Sure, he's
United
not talking
Nations.
about Minnesota Timberwolves.
No, that was the first question. He's a Raptors fan, so
oh my god. Okay, so he likes bad
Oh, boy.
teams.
so he likes
we go.
bad teams.
I was
That's
gonna
why.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he hedged his
Solved
bets. He hoped to Wolves is gonna be decent. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So Semix, go on. We were talking about what do you think? What system do you think we play tomorrow?
I think it'll be the 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
I just think-
give us your best reason for it.
I just got done rewatching the game to do the tactical breakdown, and in the first half, it was run perfectly. Spoiler alert: my video is just gonna show how much gaps we kept in between players from, like the difference between the first half and the second half. To my eyes, was that
Sorry, Semix. 1 second. We got Nightwing just gifted 5 memberships. Nightwing, thank you so
Golly.
much. We got Algorithmic Dream who got one, Devo66, Trader Ernest, Suave93, and Sagnik Sarkar. So welcome to the members club, guys. Say
welcome.
W Nightwing in the chat.
Yep.
And please go check out the members only content. I did a video today. Go check that out. And Semix, please go for it.
Yeah. So what I noticed was in the first half, we were really right on them step for step, out of possession, completely. Even the low, like people who played really well, guys. But then in the second half, we gave them 3 more yards on every pass. Every pass, there was 3 more yards of space, which actually, to be honest with you, because I can't show more than 2 seconds of video before I get copyright stricken, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to make this video to show this. But that's what I'm trying to show. My whole plan for the video is to show how tight our spaces were in the first half and how they weren't in the second half. And for a while, I thought it was going to be Fletcher's fault because Mount was the only change made when the second half started, but it has nothing to do with Fletcher. Actually, he was one of the only players that was still running, whereas Casemiro, Ugarte, Delo, I have examples I'll show you guys, but that was the problem. But if you don't have that problem, the 4-2-3-1 was fine.
So Sammy, question for you actually. When I watched the game live and I watched the second half at like a faster speed, so you tell me in the second half, would you agree that we were bad as soon as Mount went off, and it wasn't necessarily to do with Šeško and Casemiro coming off?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
In the second half, right?
Yeah.
I think we got
Mount came off.
We were bad.
Yeah.
As soon as Mount came off, it wasn't like we got bad after Šeško and Casemiro went off.
Xerxy was a waste of space, though. So like that was like playing with 10 men.
But were we bad before Xerxy came on as well?
The answer to your question is yes, but I'm blaming all that on Xerxy. Like
But
I'm blaming
Xerxy came on in the 60th minute though, didn't he?
Xerxy didn't come on for Šeško?
He came on. So Šeško was subbed.
I think he came on later than that.
61st minute, and Casemiro went off at the 60th, I believe. And then
No. So Šeško went off 60th. Casemiro went off 61st.
And when
Xerxy came on for Šeško. So Xerxy
came on at
wasn't playing the
halftime.
first.
Mount came off because of the injury.
Yeah,
That was the
bad. It was already bad.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then when Xerxy came on, it got even worse.
Yes.
Xerxy came on. There was no focal point. He wasn't pressing. You got nothing. And then don't you think it was also the lack of like defined pressing trigger? Because Mount's our best pressing trigger in the whole team. And then the spaces that were being created from the actual line stretching from Šeško, that's gone. You have Xerxy just waffling around. Fletcher going in and being more zonal and cutting passing lanes. We just had no semblance of control.
But do you know why I think
it was? If it was like an instruction from the manager, I want to believe that it's not. But literally in the first half, every time they touched the ball, whoever our player was, whether it was Delo, whether it was Cunha, whether it was Shaw, they had hands on the guy's back. They literally had hands on the guy's back. Whereas in the second half, right when it kicked off, whenever they passed the ball, the Newcastle player was allowed to receive and turn. Which was not there. Like I kept watching that over and over, going like, "Wait, is this an instruction, or is it they're just not physically fit enough to keep running?"
That makes it. If I may, in that second half, the other thing I noticed was we really struggled to get past the first line of the press from Newcastle because they were really trying to get the goal.
In the second half.
And the game state was, they were chasing the game, and because we didn't have the players, we didn't really try to do that much. But we didn't get past the first line of press, and even when we did, we didn't get past the second line because Xerxy was playing like shit. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
Essentially, they were able to recycle the ball much quicker than we were supposed to, or they were supposed to. And that, for me, on a defensive sense, put a lot more mental load on the players than there needed to be. Because sometimes you're like, oh man, I just kicked this ball out. It's back again in 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And that was the big problem. That's why I was so upset with Xerxy, because he let his teammates down.
There was that one that was right over his head that he could have controlled. Like if it was Šeško, he controls that, takes a touch towards goal, bang.
He didn't run fast enough. He didn't run fast enough. That was in the 97th minute. He could have taken 2 extra strides, and he gets to that.
Yep.
Can I give an alternative view?
Sure.
Between the 15th minute, or the 17th minute, and the 51st minute, Newcastle didn't have a single shot, and the reason was what everyone's saying with Mount, but primarily Dorgu as a right winger helped us in terms of our press. When he got switched and moved to the left wing back, you immediately noticed that we just gave them so much space on the right side. For immediately, you notice Gordon's now attacking more. Prior to that, you didn't see Gordon play at all.
And it was also Euro. So Euro came on the right-hand side.
Yes,
we went to the 3-4-3.
Yeah.
So the 2 defenders on the right went from Dorgu and Dallo to Dallo and Euro.
Yeah.
Right? And Dallo kept getting skinned by Gordon. So I actually think I hear you, Nelson, because that was part of it. Their strongest suit was the left-hand side with Lewis Hall and Anthony Gordon. Even though Gordon's playing like shit, he does give you the ball progression. He does give you the dribbles, the take-ons, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that Dorgu and Dallo were really keeping them quiet, especially Lewis Hall, because he looked like a headless chicken. Every time he tried to go forward, there was so much space for Dorgu to get in behind. And remember that shot he got after he scored the goal, he got a shot in like the 29th minute or something, where he shot with his right foot. It was a bad shot, whatever. That only happened because Lewis Hall was out of position. right? And he got all that space. Whereas now we changed shape and we had two different profile of defenders. And Semix, tell us a bit about Euro, man. Like, is it an overblown thing?
There's confidence issue there, but I want to tell you, like what you guys were talking about. I noticed in the first half, and this is actually also a part of the video, is that Dorgo and Delo were helping each other in ways that we haven't had before with Ahmad and Delo, where or Ahmad and Euro, really, whoever plays right center back with Ahmad. Dorgo and Delo were rotating with Hall and Gordon. Like sometimes Delo would go to Hall and Dorgo would
yeah. I saw Dorgo as right back so many times.
Yeah, and they were playing so well together, Dorgo and Delo. I think there's a relationship there that we just can't not try out again on either side. Like I wouldn't even mind, like after Ahmad and Mbumo come back, I wouldn't mind seeing it on the other side.
Double whip.
There's another relationship that's forming, which is the Licha and Heaven relationship. Like there's something going on there, which you just haven't seen yet in any other center back pairing that we've had. There's communication that I've also got clips of that I'm going to show where literally in the 4th minute, 4 minutes and 30 seconds in, if anybody wants to watch it, Licha tells Heaven to step back, like go back because he's going to go forward. 35 seconds later, Heaven tells Licha to go follow, I think it was Walter or whoever, to go up with him and press. And this just happened within like 40 seconds of each other. And I have yet to ever see two of our center backs communicate that well. Like, I just don't see it normally.
If I may add one more thing that I saw that I was super impressed by, there were at least 2 or 3 passes that Licha made over the top of the middle presser that went to the other side. And that only happens because of the confidence he has in Heaven's first touch. Right. And I think that tells you those are our two, best center back pairings. And here's the other thing, Semix. If I take your mind back to Ten Hag's first season, do you remember? I always remember Dallo like conceding a corner from a hard defensive position and then just high-fiving with the entire back line. I actually think, as good as Rafael Varane was, that doesn't happen with Licha without Licha in our back line. Because Licha isn't necessarily the meat and potatoes because of how small he is and all that, but his aggression in a good back line puts you over the top in terms of that icing on cherry on top of the cake.
He's also our best passing center back. He's our best passing center back, and that's why we brought him in the first place.
100.
And he solidified that middle center back role for me into 3-4-3 because he's the guy that will command all the. He will allow De Ligt to be his best self as a cover center back, and also allow his passing progression to be much more utilized in those lanes that you see into 3-4-3. Whereas what we've really seen when De Ligt is a center back, one, you don't get the leadership qualities that you think you'd get. You don't get that Ajax pounding the chest on the leader. No, that's more of Licha. That's where we can say, you know what, the short king steps up, and the reason why Heaven was allowed to have this game was because of Licha. So I think those two are mainstays.
I want to see the.
I think Licha has to be the. Licha makes every other defender look better because of that leadership quality. It's not. So he has to play even if he's not in the best form or something, because he's going to marshal particularly those younger players like Euro and Heaven and maybe Fredrickson in the future.
Rafael, you know what it is? Licha has the confidence of a much taller man. That's what it is. And
Napoleon.
Ed, I cut you off there. Why don't you go and then we'll end the show here because it's late for me.
What I want to see tomorrow, I want to see Licha pinging the ball out to Dorgu every single chance he gets.
On the right?
On the right. I want Dorgu on the right. I want Licha pinging it out there every single time, allowing Cunha and Sesko not to be that focal point of receiving the ball. Let it go to Dorgu. Let the low cut in behind, and let's work the ball to the opposite flank through what's his name? The low. And let Cunha and Sesko attack the ball.
I actually think Ed, if I may, I think there's an alternative that I might like slightly better, which is the ball down to Šeško through the middle from Lomans, and Dorgu and Cunha both doing the runs in behind.
But then you're taking Sesko out of the game. We're trying to get Sesko into the game every time that ball comes in.
Yeah,
Just
just
go
because
the
they get
foot
in behind doesn't mean they're the ones who score.
Just like the
It's
Chelsea
possible
game where
that
you had
those
Mbeumo
those
go
guys, they
to
cut
have
it
those
back
runners.
to Šeško.
Yeah.
But
And
I
then
would
Šeško
love
gets the
for
goal.
a game to see Sesko leading the line instead of being the main focal point of attack. Because when he receives the ball, he's always looking to the sides to pass the ball, right? I just want to see one game where he's leading the line. I want the balls to go into him instead of him giving the ball to other people, right?
You know
I
what? To
want
be
see some
fair,
through balls.
if the ball goes long in the general area, Dorgu's very good at headers too. It could be
Yeah.
possible. Dorgu wins
Correct.
the header, knocks it on for
Exactly.
Šeško through the
Yes.
channel.
He is a
And that one-
specimen,
Good
physical
shout. Good
specimen.
shout.
That's a good
Licha,
shot, actually.
Dorgu, boom.
really
That's
good
why
shout.
you have the low running in behind him. He could flick it backwards, or he could go to one of the midfielders or Šeško, and
Yeah.
you let that guy kill Bueno on that wing, and that's it. Game over. GG.
Guys, I'm getting dangerously close to feeling like Dorgu should play in over Ahmad in the 3-4-3.
No,
Dangerously close.
not yet. Not
I'm
yet.
getting
Not yet.
dangerously close.
Not
I'm
yet,
just
brother.
Why
I'm
can't
just
yet.
telling you based on profile alone.
he
Listen,
play the
he's
other
not,
side? Like I don't understand why is it instead of Ahmad in the 3-4-3? You said in the 3-4-3. So why can't he just play on the other side?
Doesn't it feel like his body shape, Andy? He's just so much better
I
as an
think
inverted
so. Here's
player.
what it is. I think
Yeah, he's better as an inverted
it's
player.
to do with which foot he receives the ball in, and then which direction he has to turn in after he receives it. It's like a that's what I'm seeing. Because when I saw, so you watched the game back, right, Semix? Do you remember
but,
that one
to me,
that one
feels
chance
like
where
we made another recruitment mistake because we didn't get him to play on the right side.
well, the
It
first
doesn't
game
matter.
he played on the right though?
But
So here's
Semix,
the
don't
thing.
you think
Where he
too?
played in
Sorry,
Licha.
sorry, you go.
Here's the thing. Left, if when he's playing on the left-hand side, that fullback he's against is right-footed. When he tries to cut to the outside, he tackles with his right foot, which is his stronger foot. So he's gonna get dispossessed more. When he's playing on the right side, it's a left-footed player trying to tackle him while he's cutting into his right foot. So he could skip across the tackle a lot easier. A lot of people don't understand that. When I'm running at somebody, I'm going towards their weak foot every time.
Yeah.
So they can't.
It's like
if
in
they have to
basketball
tackle-
too.
Yeah,
You prevent the player from having their
correct.
dominant hand. So it's like
So
how
you're
they
saying
prefer
the
to
cut
shape.
inside is easier
Yeah.
for
It
Dorgu, right?
should
Yeah,
be,
that's fair.
in
Yeah.
theory, yeah.
No,
You're
it is in
going-
general.
It is.
Because
Guys, I know I threw a grenade right when we were supposed to close the show, but can we get predictions in for tomorrow's game? First
Sure.
thing I want to say before we get the predictions, so we still have retention here, is we're gonna be live on the channel. Is it a 3:00 kickoff tomorrow? What time
It
is
should
it?
be 3:00.
My
I think
time.
so,
So
yeah.
yeah, 3:00 for you.
Yeah, 3:15. Okay, it's a 3:15 kickoff, so we'll be live here for the watch along half an hour before it. Semix, are you doing a watch along tomorrow?
I have to work, man. I'll be at work.
Okay, got it. So Semix will be here in the live chat.
Yeah,
Sneaking,
I
sneaking
can get
some
your work
peeks at it.
canceled if you want.
And,
I
and,
don't
and
know.
Tell you off
You
stream.
don't want to know his methods, Ben. You don't want to know.
What did he say? What did he say?
he's just gonna
He
get
says you
doxxed.
can get your work
Gonna get
canceled if you want.
Oh, I have.
I think
I
he
know
wants
what
to,
the
he
balls
wants
being
to get
idea
paid.
of getting work at the office.
Exactly.
So tomorrow we'll be live at 2:45. Then we'll be going live immediately after for a call-in show after that, and then obviously we'll have our video for the game as well. What I want you guys to do is go join Discord right now because we do a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
Today I started a fitness challenge to keep myself honest, where I'm asking everybody to do 30 minutes. Whoever wants to partake, so go check that out as well. And yeah, so great show today, guys, again, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 2:45.
What about predictions?
Time, half an hour
Predictions,
before the
man.
game.
No, you
You're-
said
you're
predictions.
supposed to, you guys,
Predictions.
man.
Oh, sorry,
Predictions.
Forget the retention.
Okay,
Give us
but-
predictions.
Nelson,
Come on.
Nelson, prediction.
Predictions.
Sorry. I lost my own
Easy.
retention. Yeah, Nelson.
3-0.
Okay.
To us.
Nelson's boy.
Yeah.
5-0.
To Wolves, right?
Yeah.
Jesus, 5-0, really?
5-0. Yeah, they suck.
Who's scoring? Give me. They suck. Okay.
Šeško hat trick, Cunha goal, Dorgu more the same. Let's go.
Okay, Ron.
3-1 United.
Let's go. Semix.
2-0 with Cunha with either an assist or a goal out of one of those.
Rafael.
If Licha plays 90 minutes, 1-0 to United.
Wait, if he doesn't, we score more? What are you trying to say?
No, we get scored on is basically what he's saying.
Yeah. If he doesn't play, they'll score at least one goal. And then
Okay.
we're struggling.
Okay. Well,
And it
I
depends
still
when
believe
they
in
score that goal.
Can I
think
say
it's-
Hold
too,
on one
Andy?
second. Hold on one second. Roan said Licha doesn't play, and we play a 3 at the back. So who's our center backs? You're saying
Yeah.
Fredrickson starts?
No, Shaw, Euro will start. I to be
Okay,
honest, it's
Euro,
not what
Heaven,
I
and who?
want, and Shaw, but
Oh, okay, you're having. I
You're
forgot
having-
about
it's not what I want. I would prefer Martinez to play. I just think we all know Amarim and how he protects players, and
Oh yeah, the laptop manager.
it's
Yeah.
so it just wouldn't surprise me if Martinez didn't start. But would I want him to start? Of course. I mean, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But-
Ed, your
I
score
think it's going to be 8-2, and I'd 8 to be a Wolves fan tomorrow, baby. Let's go. Let's kill 'em.
Text that to your boy Nelson.
So for me, I think this is going to be a 2-0 win. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think Wolves are going to struggle to score, and I think we're going to have some of the same problem, but just the sheer gap in quality, we're going to get there. I think tomorrow is going to be a game where Cunha should get a hat trick, and he doesn't. That's
Oh yeah.
Sesko
Makes
Sesko
sense.
hat-trick,
Yeah.
Good
locked
shout, by
in.
the way.
He scores
Sesko
one goal.
hat-trick.
He scores one goal
Yeah.
or gets an assist, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those games where he's like, does the same pass he did to Bruno, but at this time it's to Dorgu, and Dorgu's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Right? Out of syllabus question for Dorgu. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's my prediction. Guys, join the Discord. Be there for the live call-in shows. We've got some great stuff coming for the community, and also W Shant in the chat for the updated overlay, because now we have graphics on the left here, and Shant Yard coming to a website near you soon.
I prefer
right.
Shanter's side, but still.
Shanter side,
Oh,
ew.
that's terrible.
That's awful. Bringing shame to the Armenian tribe, dude. Come on. All right, we'll see you guys later, man.
Strong on the wild side.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Raphael, say hi to Cabbage for us. Feed him some
I will.
extra treats.
I will. Okay. Sorry, crap.
Good stuff. Good stuff.